My name is Mark Edward Jao. I'm currently a second year oncology pharmacy practice resident here at Seattle Cancer Care Alliance / UW Medicine. I received my bachelor's in kinesiology with a concentration in movement science, and then I proceeded on to UIC College of Pharmacy to get a PharmD degree, so a doctorate of pharmacy. So, as a pharmacy practice resident, during my second year, you rotate through all of the oncology services that there are at your institution. So, here at SCCA at UW Medicine, we have a ton of ambulatory settings and different malignancies. And then on the inpatient side, we have different services, both heme and liquid, and transplant services that I rotate through as a resident, but also as a training clinical pharmacist. In terms of what my typical week looks like, depending on the service, so it's usually Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, sometimes could be 7 to 5. Usually I'm answering questions from providers, may that be PAs or physicians. I'm looking through chemotherapy orders. I'm checking for drug-drug interactions. I'm also doing patient educations on new start medications, may that be new start oral chemotherapies or IV therapeutics as well. And so those are my bare responsibilities throughout the day. I really learned about this occupation when I was in high school, and I actually shadowed or talked to one of the pharmacists that was working at Cook County Hospital in Chicago. And so what she did, she was a clinical pharmacist, and she looked through, she did a retrospective review of all the opioids that patients were on to make sure that their care was appropriate, that there's no drug interactions, and that they were getting their medications timely. I think a couple things to think about going into pharmacy. You know, one of the good things about being a kinesiology major, you have really good understanding of pathophysiology and physiology of the human body. And so that lends itself to internal medicine and how all the medications work. One of the best things about my job really is the patient interaction. Um, I think looking at what I'm able to do, and I'm able to translate really hard topics and really complex medications to patients. I'm able to talk to providers and get my recommendations across, and they really trust me as the pharmacist on the team to give them recommendations and give them guidance on what drugs to use or things to look out for in terms of what a patient can tolerate with their renal function, what their kidneys are doing, or their hepatic function, what their liver is doing. Um, and really key things to think about as a pharmacist is you have some attention to detail, and that comes with just being a pharmacist in general. There are little things that we catch that other providers don't catch. Having a background in some like kinesiology or biology or chemistry is very helpful, especially coming through your prerequisites and studying in pharmacy school. And even now as a full-fledged pharmacist, I'm always seeing and understanding new types of medications that are coming out, or helping a patient understand why a certain antibiotic is better than another, or another antibiotic might be a better situation for them rather than the one that I recommended. Things that give me an edge, being a kinesiology major, I think being on rounds and understanding medical terminology and kind of talking about things that are outside of pharmacy, I can stay in the loop and understand what they're coming from. And sometimes I catch things that they're talking about where I can intervene in as a pharmacist with medications, or maybe a medication isn't indicated at that time, and I do let them know that it's not indicated. You know, Pharmacy, there are a ton of pharmacy schools in Illinois and all over across the nation. Um, there are a lot of pharmacists coming out of school, so just know that this is a profession that has a lot of pharmacy students and pharmacists um, that are inundating the market. And just know that if you truly want to do pharmacy, that it's for the right reasons rather than, um, you know, compensation. We have a thing called the match, similar to medical school, where when you're getting your doctorate of pharmacy during your fourth year in pharmacy school, you can apply for residencies. And so you can have a total of 2 years of residencies, and then after that, you can actually have like a post residency fellowship if you truly want to for more training. And so your first year is a general pharmacy resident, and then your second year is your specialization. So I was lucky in that I got an interview with UIC Hospital. So UIH or UI Health, I got an interview, I put them down for the match, and then when match day came, I matched with UIC. And in terms of my extracurriculars and experience, that really helped me. So, I stayed really I was involved with undergrad research, and that pretty much helped me get into pharmacy school. I also got involved with Filipinos in Alliance, which is one of the organizations at UIC that connects Filipino Americans and others who want to learn about the Filipino culture. And then other extracurriculars that I have done, I got involved with being an undergrad TA during my time in the Applied Health Science College. And the best advice I can give to current students who want to pursue like pharmacy is, you know, I think you should really shadow. In any type of profession that you do, shadowing or just talking to someone who's in the profession right now, it's so worth it. And it's so easy. I think like spending like an hour or even like half a day with what they do during their daily work, or even just learning about what a pharmacist does, um, will really shed some light on if you truly want to pursue the profession or not. Um, and a lot of pharmacists are different and they work in different fields and different settings. And so just learning that and knowing that you can shadow a different pharmacist in a different setting or in a different hospital, it's totally doable. So that's the biggest advice I can give you.